Okay, we're gonna start something called the Hush Squad. I think it's what they called it. Is that what they called it?
The shush group.
The Shush Group. Okay. If you've seen this, if you've seen the meeting before. Shh. Okay. Cool. Right. Like I wanna hear other people's stories. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Cool. All right. So one thing about my family, right? Anybody know what my mom does?
She works.
I do.
Y'all failed the Shush Group. See? That's your first test. Y'all failed the test already. Okay. Y'all see how y'all knew?
Hey, don't get everybody out from one person's failure. Don't do that.
Okay. Y'all see how the Shush Group already failed? Okay. Cool. Lily, what does my mom do?
She works at State Farm.
She does work at State Farm.
Boom.
Pretty impressive. You been here how long? 9 days?
Yeah.
9 days? Cool. Alright, focus, right? Okay, cool. So yes, my mom is 40 years old. Okay, she had me when she was 19, and I was her third kid. Okay, so I go her, right? Mom's awesome. She's been working at State Farm for the last 21 years. Yeah, she got the job when I was born. Yeah, so she's been working at State Farm for the last 21 years, right? And like I said, she's 40 years old, and she was super excited. I was on the phone call with her last week, and she's like, "Danny, like I'm almost halfway to retirement." I'm thinking about that. I'm like, that's a lot of years. But like, jeez, right? Like life really, people really retire at 65, right? And so I was like, it made me think of this meeting, right? And I was talking to the guys, and we had a great conversation about team unity, and I think it's pretty cool that when 4 months here, right, feels so long because of the training 6 months. Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
So over there, 20 years feels like nothing because you're supposed to work how many?
60.
40, well 40 because
yeah.
you start working at 21. So it's like 40 years, right? Plus, you're supposed to get 40 years of your life because you're supposed to retire at 65. So when you're at 20 mark, you're like, ooh, it's getting kind of long. Right, but after a year, you're like, all right, cool, I'm in 1 year in, 5 more to go and I'll get a promotion. Right, don't people think like that?
Yeah.
But here, you're here 4 months and you're like, Danny, why haven't I built 6 leaders? Right, so it's like, it changes when we compare times. Right, so this meeting that ran for me really helped me see the perspective of this business compared to other businesses. Right, so this meeting is actually called the Family Group. Okay, now, this is where the Shush Group can talk. Okay, I'm gonna have AB, you remember the one from last time? Are you finding it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, find it, please. Are you finding it yet?
Yes.
Jack would have had it found.
I found this.
Jack the dog.
Nailed it. Yes.
Cool, alright, so give me the categories.
Name.
So name.
Numbering. Occupation.
Numbering.
Is that wrong?
Yeah. It's numbering.
Numbering.
Give for effort.
From my people out there.
Occupation.
Occupation. Are you gonna say it in Spanish?
Occupational.
Occupation.
Same thing. This is Spanish accent. Google Translate.
He put down.
Eda. I love it. See? Eda. Eda.
Okay, what's the next one?
Eda. It's age. Eda. That's trabajo? Occupation doesn't do that?
They're getting funnier. Año. What is it?
No, you said, no, it's año. Forgot the union.
Is it Indian, right? That's what. Okay, cool. What's the next one? I was like, hold on.
Años trabajando.
He's putting the year.
Look at that.
Coach.
Okay, look, I'm looking at you like you speak Spanish.
I'm abbreviating it a little bit. Okay, no reviews work. Okay.
And what? Numbers, years to retire. Oh.
Okay.
What? She don't know how to say it.
Annual income.
Annual. Salary.
Salary, right?
Yeah.
Salad.
Income, bro.
She said ensalada.
Ensalada.
I heard salad. I'm like, what?
Any more?
Caesar.
No. No.
Okay, now then, guys, for the rest of the meeting, we're only running it in Spanish, okay?
Sí. Acuerdo.
Okay. No loco.
Acuerdo.
Wait.
Says
no.
Telephone. Yeah, that's how it was.
Oh, look at you. Are you Spanish?
I told you I speak a little Espanol, you know.
Alright, cool. Alright, focus. Okay, so all this is, okay, is I just want to, I'm asking y'all for a little participation, okay? So this can be anybody in your family you want to go ahead and recognize. Okay, this can be wherever they're at, okay? For my parents, like I said, we'll do my dad first, okay? Because I already talked about my mom. So my dad's name is
Salad.
We have a joke between me and Madison. We call him Salad because his name is Caesar.
Well, he calls me not Madison.
Yeah, he calls my dad renames everybody. So he renamed Madison like Marisol. Okay. Marisol, so we call him Salad. Okay, cool.
Cool.
So for joke's sake, we're gonna name him Salad. Okay?
Salade.
Salsa. Salad. Okay. All right. His occupation. He's actually a business owner.
Oh, yeah.
Represent.
Okay. His age. 42.
Okay.
Okay. Number of years worked. He's worked since. So how many do math? He's been working since he was 14.
14.
So that's 28 years.
What?
28 years.
28.
Rand's American.
I just 28 years. Yes, I believe you.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Rand.
And Rand
Right.
trust.
And the crazy thing is the number of years to retire. My dad makes 6 figures, but he spends 7. Okay, so it's like number of years to retire. He's probably won't retire until he's probably another what 25, 23 years. Okay, and his income, right? I think he makes about 110K. Okay, around there. He owns a line of mechanic shops. If anybody's wondering. So he went from like he would be the guy at 14 years old. He would scrub the oil off of the patios. He went to owning the street of mechanic shops. Cool. Let's go with someone else. Raise your hand. I'd love to know about y'all's families.
The
Tell me.
why?
Give me your dad or mom's name or uncle's name or whoever you want to put on here. Mom? Okay, mom has a name?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Aurelia.
Huh?
Aurelia.
Okay, mom.
Kitchen worker.
Put one down there. Okay, cool. Occupation's what?
Kitchen worker.
Kitchen worker?
Oh, I thought she said construction. I put construction.
How old is mama?
She's turning 54.
So she's 53.
54.
Is her birthday?
On Sunday, so 54.
Oh, okay.
Round
What's
up.
her okay.
Happy early birthday.
Take some protection on our daily. That's it.
Okay, number of years work? How long is she working?
Alright.
Wow, just tell me what age did she start working? Oh, you hit that calculator.
What
Why-
age would you be in middle school?
What age?
13.
13? So
So 41 years.
41 years?
Yeah.
Bro, can we just like recognize how once it hit the calculator?
Well, you tap that thing. Like you're not gonna do it.
Okay, how long until she retires? Yeah. So we say like maybe 11? Is that a safe number? Okay, and how much does mama make?
Like 20.
20? Okay. Who else? Okay.
Sarah.
Sarah?
All day.
You're okay, you're okay. Sarah with an H? Okay. Alright, what does mama do?
A medical record director.
Medical director? Okay. Focus. Okay, how old is mama?
42.
Mama's 42? Cool. Okay, and then years work? Focus, you're good.
Like when she was 21.
21? Okay, so 20, those 20, 21.
29?
Okay, how long until she retires?
Some, like 10 years.
10 years? Not bad. Okay, and her income?
120.
120K? Pretty good job.
Look at Mama Sarah.
How many hours she puts in a week? How many hours? A lot.
Yeah, like 8 hours.
A day? Cool. Alright, who else?
Okay, my dad's name is Brian
His name is Brian.
with an I.
Not a Y.
Not a Y.
Oh!
Brian.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I flip it and I say brain, but then it's.
Okay, so how old is Brain?
He works as a nuclear engineer.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Nothing crazy.
Right.
Just nuclear.
You see, your dad comes home and you're like, "Hey, Brain, how's your day?" And he's like, "I just built 6 nukes."
Nuclear what?
Nuclear energy, not like a missile company.
Oh, okay. All right.
We know what they're doing.
Nuclear what?
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen season 4.
Nuclear what?
Okay. How old is Brain?
63.
63. Okay. How many years has it worked?
Since you're 16. Where's?
That's 49.
47.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Ran like
You
47.
think 49?
I said 49, but she's right. 47. Madison was right.
Oh, nice.
But I'll take it.
Number of years to retire?
1.5.
1.5. Oh, him.
He's almost done. Yeah.
Okay. And income?
1.2
Yeah. 1.2.
million.
Okay.
That's your dad did just
Guess you're one of the nuclear engineer.
I knew it. Bro. I was like, good job.
You was like,
He's in nuclear. I was like, yeah.
Danny's face.
Oh, that's it. Civil engineering was healthy.
Yeah, it's one of the highest paid.
And in Texas, fun fact, in Texas, petroleum engineering was
Yeah.
you were making a pretty penny in about 12 years. So anybody else?
I'll do it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Might as well. No one else knew to do it. So.
What's up?
So my dad's name is Jerome.
Jerome?
Yes, he
better call on.
Okay, hi. What is Jerome do?
He's a professional chef.
Professional chef?
Okay.
Tommy?
Tommy.
My dad, when I say my daddy know how to cook, he can cook.
Look.
How much?
My dad. Oh, my dad.
I put some little green leaves up here.
The little green leaves.
From my cilantro.
Like, he's better than cilantro. He made cilantro.
Say one more time?
He put the little green leaves up here.
Parsley?
Parsley, bay leaves,
Oh, you talking like salt bay?
This is where culture turned a little bit. Alright? I know cilantro, y'all know parsley. I know salsa verde, y'all know Tabasco.
I know
Y'all know the bird? I know leaves.
Okay. Hey, how old is Jerome? 60? Alright, how many years has he been whipping?
Man, he's been working since he was a kid, but professionally since he was like 18.
18? So
42.
Alright, how many years to retire?
I mean, I ain't
5?
gonna hold you. He'll never retire. Like,
Give me
his
a-
job is universal. So, but
Yeah.
if he don't want to work professionally, then probably 5 years now.
5 years now? Cool. How much does Papa Jerome make?
Freelancing, he does 25K. Well,
Freelancing?
250K. Sorry.
Those are
Freelance,
two big differences.
250K.
250.
Yeah, freelance. Man. If he works a job, I don't know what he is.
Show 'em off here.
Evan's on the come up, baby. My dad's name's Evie.
He's on the come up.
With an I, right? That's what it's
Yeah.
EVIN, baby. EVIN.
Yeah, what does that mean?
You do. My dad is now a business owner.
Yeah? Hey,
Let's
step
go.
up. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got moves too.
He's doing for real.
Alright, age? 42? How long has he been owning his business?
This year was the first year.
First year? Come on, man. Alright, number of years worked?
Overall, since he was 16.
16,
So 38. Or I mean 28.
26.
I'm sorry, 28.
26.
Damn, why is my math off?
It's okay.
Okay, years to retire?
Years to retire. I'm
23?
gonna do it sooner, but yeah, but I would say probably like 15 years.
15? Okay. How much does Papa make?
Now he makes, now that it started, 80K a year.
18?
Mm.
Big jump from last time.
That was a big jump from last time.
Nah, yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, her name's my mom's name is Adrian.
How do you spell Adrian? Like does Mama Adrian spell it like the?
Adrian.
Oh.
Basura.
Okay. Adrian.
She's a pharmaceutical.
She's a pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
I think there should be another word after that.
Pharmaceutical science.
Technician.
Technician, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I say a pharmacy tech?
She a pharmacist?
I don't know. I just know she's a pharmaceutical technician.
How old is Mama Adrian?
39.
39. Okay. Years worked?
She worked since she was 16.
16, 23. Okay. Years to retire?
26.
26 years?
Yes.
How much does Mama make?
90K.
90K?
Then she's definitely a pharmacist.
Cool. Now let's do this business. Okay, what do you want to do?
You,
Danny!
What do you say?
Oh, I know. Show me the money, honey.
Okay, we can do me. What's my occupation?
You're a CEO / owner.
janitor.
President.
And the general.
Rich.
Promoting on.
Supplier of excess.
Okay, how old am I?
You are
21.
Round up.
21.
45.
Okay. How many years have I worked in this business?
1.
Woo!
Let's go.
How many years to retire?
6.
0.
Okay, and how much did I make?
375K. 375.
Well, you get overrides now.
Okay.
Back to calculating.
Yeah, jump it up a bit. Do my coach good.
Okay. A regular business owner in the first year of ownership without promoting owners. Okay, let's consider me still a rookie owner.
Oh,
Can we say that the average for a rookie owner is 125K?
50K.
She might have all notebooks for later.
Yeah, Amy's excited for you. You playing, Danny.
Cool. Alright, now give me a promoting owner. That's
Richard.
This is a good.
Yeah, Richie
No,
Ray.
he's
Is
a
there a promoting owner?
regional. No, he's regional. No.
Hold on, let's shake this up a little bit.
Yeah, talk nice to him. Talk nice to him.
Okay, let's just miss a life a little bit.
Yeah.
She been in the back.
I'll tell you now, this is a cool meeting right now. Alright, cool. Alexis, how are you?
26.
Damn.
Alright, years work? How long you been in this business?
0.7.
0.7 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
How
half.
many years do you retire? Can I say like a healthy 8? 8?
Yeah, you can change it.
Okay. And then she's on pace. Okay, if no one knows, her company just profited in the thousands last week. Okay, most offices we tell you it's gonna be like 2 to 3 to 5. She profited 6 after paying everybody. Okay, in her first week, and you've been in business how long? 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Solid 9 days.
Come on.
Come on, give it up. So if you're doing that math, come on. 6K, yes, there's gonna be like expenses all the way, 6 a week, okay, times 52, that's $250,000, okay, but then she's gonna spend
312K.
spend people like on trips, opening businesses, so can we say like 150?
Yes.
Is that what you want? Cool.
Boom.
Alright, now we can do a promoting.
Danny Campbell.
Yeah, we can, huh?
Yeah, then in the business.
Okay, promoting owner. Okay, and how old am I again one more time?
21.
Number of years worked?
1.
1 year. Okay. How many years salaries are?
6.
6 years. Okay, and then income.
400K.
400,000.
In a full calendar year, yes, if we're doing the math, okay, I spend a lot of money on trips and everything like that, but the way the business is running, we're running a $1.2 million business, okay? And after expenses, after everything, yes, we're probably gonna profit like 250K. Okay. All right, now let's do a regional consultant. Okay?
Richard.
Now let's talk about, some people don't know what regional consultant means. Raise your hand if you don't know what regional means. Okay. If you don't know what a regional consultant means, raise your hand. Okay, It's okay. I'm about to tell y'all. So if y'all don't know, raise your hand. Okay, cool. All right, because we haven't talked about it. Okay, what a regional consultant means is after the 6 months, right? Congrats, your interview's done. Okay. So the way it works is, right? Alexis is now a rookie owner. Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay. The moment she gets somebody successfully in her company from entry level into management, she becomes what I just became after I promoted her, and we're about to promote Ebony, right? A promoting owner. Cool? When you do enough promotions of people into management, okay, you not only start receiving residual income, you not only start receiving passive income, but you can get a pay raise that when you do it enough times with a certain number of income you're bringing in a week, you can get promoted to something called a consultant position. There's regional and there's national. Okay? Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay, now that's what we're gonna talk about. So Richard, my upline, is what kind of consultant?
Regional.
Richard, we love Richard. Okay, a regional. Last time we did this, he was only promoting. Okay, does anybody know what Richard is?
28.
28. Okay. You know how many years he's worked in the business?
4.
Close.
5.
4. Okay, and then do you know how many years he has left to retire?
2.
Probably like 1.5.
1.5,
For
yeah.
like 6 months.
Okay, probably like shit, he's retired right now.
It's just booming, baby.
Okay, and his income. Okay, so he starts earning. He has 12 people that he's promoted from entry level to management. So he's earning residual income off of this office and along the other offices. Okay, he runs the local office. It does 400, 500 apps a week. His company profits about 16, 18K. Okay, he's earning about probably, it's safe to say about 800K. Okay.
That's
Yeah. Okay. Now let's talk about a national. What's a national we know?
Julia Davis.
Ken Weinrop, Chang.
Julia
Chang's
Davis.
the regional still. Chang's regional.
Julia Davis.
Julia Davis, Larissa Holly.
Julia.
Raph.
Julia.
We can do rap. Okay, which one do you want to do? Give me one of the numbers you've heard.
What do you mean, like income numbers?
No, one of the names you just heard from a national. Larissa? You're okay. Let's do Larissa Holly.
Lisa Monet.
Yeah, Larissa Holly's every woman's hero here. Okay, Larissa, she's a national. Okay, does anybody know how old she is?
Is she like
She's 32.
36. I think she's 36. If I had to guess, I'd put 36.
She is.
She's a woman.
She's 36. She's been in the business for
12 years?
14. Okay. Years to retire?
She's retired.
Negative.
Okay, and does anybody know how much Larissa Holly makes?
What is that?
1.2 mil.
3.2.
No.
I think last time I heard, I think it was 8.6. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about Larissa a little bit. Okay, Larissa started off when we were doing our first client, which was Shark Tank. Okay, she was doing the retail sales inside Sam's Clubs and Costco's. So she would go ahead and I think she talks about she was selling bamboo pillows. It's kind of crazy. Bamboo pillows, right?
Oh,
Hey,
that's
one
a
pillow is
good thing.
$75, but if you get 2, it's only $125. How many do you want? 6 or 5? Right? Like that was her pitch. Okay, she did that enough times. She ran something. The whole division is called roadshows. Agreed? Everyone with me?
Yes.
Cool. All right. So she successfully she's one of the fastest people ever to make it to national. She averaged, okay, about 8 owners in a year. So from the moment she got promoted, okay, to 3 years later, she promoted 21 people from entry level into management. That in 3 years, she actually retired. So she's been working for 14. She's been retired for about 11. Okay, because she got so many people successfully from from entry level into management that she started earning residual income. Okay, the way that works is something called overrides. We're gonna have another meeting about that. Okay, it talks about how Nestle pays back the promoting owners for getting people into management. Okay, so just put a pin in it. All right, we'll talk about that later. Make sense? I just want to compare a little bit here. Okay, what is from entry levels? What is the biggest difference y'all see immediately?
Income.
Shush, girl.
Oh, sorry.
Age. Okay, walk me through that. Let's talk about age a little bit.
Like, if we're looking at parents out here, it's like in their 40s to 60s, whatever. One of them's like 39, So, no, go down one.
So like from right here to like up and then down.
Yeah, all of them are older, they work longer. and they have 4 years to retire versus the ones that are in our business who are younger, have a few.
Okay, so you're looking like right here?
Yeah.
Looking right here?
Yeah.
And then looking right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, our business, yeah.
Cool.
But mainly age and income.
All right. Age and income?
Yeah.
So you're saying these people are younger and they're making more?
Yeah.
And they got less years to retire? Okay, what else? What else?
The work they do.
What they do? Okay. What else? Start me.
Okay. Some of them have degrees and they're still not making as much income.
That's a good thing to say. Okay, cool. Right. Do I have a degree?
Yes.
Yes. Do I use it?
No.
No. Okay. Right. I always call my degree in my first rounds. I'm like, it says a receipt that says I was in a house that was allowed to party. Okay. That's literally what I say. Like my degree is a receipt that I wasted money to go and have an excuse to go party every day. Okay. And then on the from 2 to 4, I learned about how to run a business from somebody who doesn't run a business. It's pretty funny. Okay. Right. But what else? Go ahead.
You got it.
The years work, the younger people work less time than the
Yes. Okay. So in this industry, you're talking about in this industry, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you're saying younger people are working less. Okay, and they have less years to retire. Right. That's what you're saying. Okay. Anybody see anything else? Isn't that kind of crazy though? Go ahead.
Okay, so I seen that the people who are close to the age to retire and they're older. Dang, how can I put this? The people who are close to retiring. I had to be my brother.
Let me help you a little bit, right? Because what I see, what I first noticed, right, what's crazy to me is, can we agree the separation happens right here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just keep going. Sorry, I'm realizing this wasn't straight. Oh, Mama Adrian's in the
Yeah,
industry
that's
now.
it.
Okay, let's present Adrian's up here. Okay, so our industry, outside industry. Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What I noticed is that everyone. Mama Adrian, good one.
150.
So she's the one that makes 150, right? So it goes in here.
She makes the
Above
90.
150, brother.
She makes the 90.
Every four.
Okay, y'all see it? I'm too close to the board. I don't see it. Okay, what I do see is everything under our industry. Oh, here.
Yeah, every 4, brother.
Yes. Yes. Okay, this is our industry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the difference I saw was the way income was made. Okay, because here, the way people got paid, okay, was that instead hours turned into what?
Money.
Dollars. Okay, agreed? Here, right? Sales, right now, over here, leadership turned into money. Agreed? Right, because it would be cool if I can go out there and yell water or yell Verizon all day long. But can we agree? Like at one point there's a certain amount of what I can sell in a day.
Yeah.
Right? Can we agree? Like the most amount of doors. If every one of them say yes, it's still not better than teaching 10 people how to sell all day long. Correct? Agree?
Agreed.
Okay. So this is a mixture between active and what?
Passive.
And isn't that crazy? We're always taught, and I was taught in an interview in college. It's so funny. I still remember it so vividly. Okay, in Abilene Christian University, which is the college I went to. Okay, they ran a workshop that they canceled classes for, but you had to attend. Okay, and guess what? The workshop was over.
Not passive in a workplace.
How to be professional in an interview. Right? How to be professional in an interview. And I will never forget. They say, don't forget to ask about benefits. Okay, if you forget anything, okay, the number one question people try to get you on is what would be your standard rate of pay, right? What would you want to be rated? What would you want to be paid at? And then most people answer in terms of what? Hours, right? Some people be like, okay, 20. I'm good at 22, or I'm good at 16, or I'm good at 15, or I'm good at 18, right? Whatever's the normal one here. Okay, because back then I thought $20 an hour was really good, right? Agree? Okay. And so I was taught, like, okay, if somebody asks me, I'm gonna say this. Okay, what are the benefits? I don't even know what benefits meant. I just was taught to say mad benefits. What are my benefits packages? Right? Like I don't even know what that means. Okay, back when I was in college. And then how to wear a tie, blue suit, red tie, white shirt under. My belt had to match my shoes, and I had to sit and not twist in chairs. Can we agree? We're all taught that, men. Are we not taught that? Okay, it's kind of crazy, right? And it's crazy because the people making the most money are at the bottom of the chart, and their income comes from something completely different than what college taught me. So can we agree the way people are making it in this life that are getting retired before they're 65 and don't even have the life that they deserve to live now, okay, and the freedom of time that they finally bought back, but they're too old to even live it? Can we agree? The income has to come from somewhere different? Okay, I'm just a math guy, right? So I like statistics, I like charts. This is showing you, right? I did not, can we agree? I did not lie on these names. I did not lie on these occupations. I did not lie on these ages. I did not lie on these years' words. I did not lie because this all came from where? Me or you? Us, right? It all came from y'all. And y'all are telling me, okay, there's some people making great money, okay? Papa Brain over here, he's making some good money, okay? But can we agree, if we're studying the statistics, how many years do we have to give?
47.
47. And engineering, you hear engineering, you're like, wow, that's good money. Okay, the one thing I can tell you, the one thing JJ can tell you, okay, engineering is a very, very taxing job. Holy smokes, it's taxing. Because I'm like, immediately when I was in college, I was like, okay, which engineering strand pays the most?
That was me,
Bro, right?
Yeah.
Which concentration you want to go to? I'm like, which one pays the most? Right? Nowhere in there did I take into effect, what do I genuinely like to do? Right? What do I want to be known for? No, I'm like, what pays the most? Civil? Cool, let's do it.
Software or engineering?
Right, I'm like, software engineering, too much coding. I'm like, I cannot be at a desk. And then I went to civil and ended up in a desk. I was pissed. Okay? Right? And so with that being said, it's crazy that we're willing to sacrifice our lives for income. And in engineering, which pays the most, we sacrifice our bodies instead. Oh my gosh, the days, it was crazy. The days I was not in the desk, I wish I was back at the desk because I would go to the construction sites. And oh my gosh, suit, hard hat, in the beating sun on aluminum roofing was brutal. Okay, and it was so taxing. And I'm like, imagine having to do this and they're like, yeah, you can be a professional engineer, 6 years, because you had to do 4 years of shadowing. Then you had to take the FE exam, which is Fundamentals of Engineering. Then you had to get qualified for 2 more years after to take the PE exam, which is Professional Engineering exam, to get licensed, to actually start doing your own projects. So I'm like 8 years of just doing, 8 years of being allowed to do this by myself, and then my job starts. And then I saw this industry, and Richard ran this for me, and I'm like seeing Richard, and I'm like, okay, 8 years here. Richard, you've been in this business for 4. All you had to do was go to the field for 6.
Wow.
I'm like, Richard, I am pissed. What am I? And immediately I started being like, I should have found this job earlier. I got complacent. And he's like, Richard was like, I didn't run this meeting for you to regret what you past did. He's like, I'm running this meeting for you to see the opportunity. I'm here for you to spark the thought that maybe in order to live the life you deserve, you've got to change your thought on the way money and income is earned. Because I was taught, hey, dollars equals hours. Right? When I was a manager at Chick-fil-A, because nobody else was a manager at Chick-fil-A, right? I would look at 359 on the clock, and it would turn to 4. And I'm like, yes, 18 bucks more. Come on. And it would go an hour again. I'm like, yeah, 36 bucks. I'm like 4 more hours of this, and I can buy another pair of shoes. And I promise you, I was sitting there, and I was spending money I didn't even earn yet. Anybody like that? Anybody like, I can't wait till this paycheck Friday. Ooh, I'm about to go check out my cart, right? And in here, we're like, no. Here, I'm like, I'm gonna pinch every penny so I can take all of us to the Philadelphia conference on October 26th. And I don't even have to pinch it, I just want to. Right? And it's super cool that me and Alexis are planning the trip. Like, how are we gonna take everyone to Philadelphia? Because if y'all don't know, mark y'all's calendars. October 26th, we're running a meeting. we're running a conference. Let's go! Okay? And all you gotta do to get qualified is just realize that which do you want to be on the top half or the bottom half? Okay? Do you want to be part of this group or do you want to be part of that group? No. There's people in this group that earn just enough money. Okay? They earn a great amount of money. Some people earn less money, but they're completely happy. My mom is very, very happy. Right? My mom could see this graph and still choose her job. Okay? My goal isn't to convince y'all. My goal isn't to make you just up and be like, oh yeah, no, forget school, forget college. But no, I'm not. My goal is not to do that. My goal is for you to understand what I understood a year ago. That we're allowed to think a little bit differently than the person in front of us. That we're allowed to think differently than the household in front of us. Than the household we're in. Right? And you don't have to live a life my dad did. Me and my dad have the same occupation, but he had to go through a lot more. And the thing is it's crazy because his years to retire is the biggest difference I saw in this business. Because we're both business owners, agreed? Mm-hmm. Okay? He's making great money. Agreed? Mm-hmm. Right? But why is his years left to retire so much higher than mine? And the reason why is because I had mentorship to go through. Someone coached me on how to save my money. Someone coached me on how to save my money. I'm investing. I have thousands of dollars in a financial advisor plan. Right? Like things I didn't even know about. I'm sitting on this call learning about Roth IRA. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I thought this was just like things people talk about, not actually do. Right? And making money work for you. And I'm like, wow. And I was so hesitant because I'm like, well, no, like people like me don't save this money. I'm like, what am I talking about? Right? And the biggest difference between me and my dad is that he got into the position he wanted with zero coaching. I was resenting the field, but the coaching I learned from the field, from my mentor, from my coach, from my upline, I'm so damn grateful because now I just cut my years to retire by a fourth of it. And so many of us resent the field. So many of us are fighting the field, and we're not letting it coach us. We're not letting it teach us. We're not letting Alexis tell us what we're doing wrong. We're not letting Danny get mad at you. We're not asking our upline for feedback, and instead we're being complacent and we're being dismissive. But it's like, if you want the position so bad, you can go grab it. You can go right now and open a business for $500. And you'll get an EIN number, which is an identification number for your business, and you can do that. Okay, you can completely do it, and that is completely allowed. But you miss out on the things that matter, which is the years left to retire. My goal in life isn't to keep talking about jugs and talking about towers. My goal is to see my family live. My goal is to wake up next to my beautiful person and look at her in the eyes and be like, hey, what do you want to do today? My goal is to buy back my freedom. And this is just the fastest avenue to it. Agreed? Agreed. Right? Like my goal is that I fell in love with this business because of what it taught, and I learned to stop fighting the field and appreciate it. And I learned to seek out my upline more than he sought me out. I call Richard more now that I'm not with him than when I was with him. Isn't that crazy? When he was with me every day, I took him for granted. And now that I'm gone, I'm like, Richard. Like, I just had this conversation. How do I have it again? Okay, because it went bad. Right? Too many of us are fighting what the business is teaching us, and what it's teaching you is every month you're in here, it's knocking years off of retiring out there. That's why this business feels so fast. Raise your hand if you've been here longer than a month. How long do you feel like you've been here, JJ? How long do you feel like you've known me?
8 months.
Bro, yeah.
To a year.
Gabe, I feel like me and him were fighting at the moment we came out the womb. But like me and him dabbed each other up. And I've known him the longest, and it's only been for what?
6 months.
6 months. I've known him and Alexis around the same time. Alexis, I've known you for 7?
3.5.
Estelita's the first one that comes from Impulsive, like generically. And I've known you for how long?
Maybe for about 5 months.
5 months. And how long do you feel like you've known me?
Dang, I feel like we went to school together.
Made her walk the stage. I gave her diploma. Right? But it's because every month you're in this business, every time you come into this ammo room, every time you leave to the field, okay, you probably just knocked off another year in outside the industry. So stop fighting it and allow it. If you take away one thing, realize that that's what it is. That my dad is in the same position I'm in. Managing people. But he has so many more years left to work because he didn't go through the 6 months of training. So many people are going to be fighting it, and they forget what it has to offer. They forget what it has to coach. And if we just pay attention a little bit more, and we appreciate the field a little bit more, and we stop fighting, and we start having a little bit more fun, we start being a little bit more unified. My best friend is Richard. Richard is like the brother that my rich older brother. I have older brothers, yes. Okay. They're not rich, okay? So it's like I genuinely appreciated somebody that was willing to coach and mentor me. I genuinely appreciated that someone was willing to go out of their way and treat me like family when they had no incentivation to do that. Like they were not incentivized to do that whatsoever. Your upline is willing to go out of their way to answer a phone call to help you make more money. And then we end the phone call being mad at them again. Or being resentful. Or being like, they don't know what they're talking about. They haven't been in this territory before. Right? If we just appreciate a little bit more, and we start asking a little more questions, if we look to our left and look to our right, like some people are like, oh wow, your mom does that? If you hear them out a little bit more, realize that you're doing this for these people on the top half of the chart. Realize that even though the dad or mom probably makes a lot more money, they've worked way too long already, and they deserve to retire. Realize that. Even though your parents do make good money, or they don't make enough money than they should, that they've done it for too long and they deserve to retire. And the only way to retire them is to get through this training program. Agreed?
Agreed.
Right? I want to put my sister on the bottom half of the... I don't even want to put her on the chart. I want her to be retired before she even turns 18. And I got 5 years to do that. And the only way to do that is to get more people wanting to be at the bottom half of this chart. So tell your upline which half you want to be on. And it's going to make it a great day. I think we can use that?
Yeah.
Cool. It's 1:40.